Hey everyone, workout today. We're going to do 5 lots of 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. Now, these sort of sessions are designed like building into 2K. You want to do things possibly even like 1,000 on, 3 minutes off type of workouts. And this is sort of quite similar to that, where once we start getting towards the end, you'll be pushing sort of 95% maybe of your max speed, 2K speed. But for this one today, because we've got quite a decent rest, 3 minutes on or 3 minutes off, every time we do our piece, so the first one, so it's only starting at 22, we'll be conservative today. When you start at that 22, that's a really good solid 3 minutes. So it should be maybe a bit quicker than the sort of the normal numbers you would be doing at 22 strokes per minute, because you only got 3 minutes of it. And then obviously we have the break, and then straight into the next one. And so, yeah, so we start 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 5 of the pieces. So it's only 15 minutes of work. We'll have the good break in between to sort of roll it out, get focused on the next one. So yeah, good. It's a great little session to get that step up, to try and add a little bit more intensity just for those 3 minutes. Yeah, and you're not having to worry about it like it being too continuous, like a long period of time, like we've done with some of the other ones where you're sort of spending, 7 or 8 minutes going from, up and down from 20, 26, 28, 30, 32, that type of thing. So yeah, so good focus on the intention that you're doing at each of them. So we'll start off with the first one. That first 3 minutes at 22, we're going to have a real solid push at that 22 rate. Good speed, and then, yep, into the next one after that. So simple, be a really good one, and we can move on from these type of ones, later on as you get, as I said, as you get closer to things like, if you're aiming for a 2K or you've got a competition coming up, whatever that might be, these can start to look like 1,000 meters on, or you can start 5 of them and you can do one at 26, one at 28, one at 30, 32, 34. So the last couple, you're right up there on that race pace, and that's getting right up to the top end, and because of the fatigue that you add on to the top of that, when you're doing 5 of them, if you can hold good numbers at that sort of 32, 34, which is pretty much sort of 2K pace, rating, for some people, then if you can get your numbers as close to your sort of PB splits as you can, then you know that, hey, when I freshen up and I only have to do that as a one go, I should be able to go as fast as that, if not quicker, and that's what training's about, going a bit faster all the time. So do a good warm up again, and we'll just get into it and be ready to rock and roll. Oh no, I'm not connected to that one. There we go. So just set the workout. We're just going to do intervals of time, and it's just up to 3 minutes. 3 minutes for the set time, 3 minutes for the rest time. Away we go. Piece of cake, team. Remember, if you got erg data on, chuck it on. Make sure you've got it all set there, ready to go. A few people have been asking, so I may as well show you. Well, I don't know if I can even twist my screen around. That's my erg data there, if you can see it. So I set that up on here. Go to the middle screen on it, and gives me stroke count, drive length, force, drive speed, peak force. It's quite a good one to look at. You can change the 2 on the right hand side of the very first front screen. So if you just go down into the if you basically just hold on to it, yeah, you can just you can change that up to whatever you want on it. Yeah, projected finish. It's sometimes a good thing to work for when you're doing ones like this because you want to see where you know, what you're going to get to. So that allows you actually to have two different screens. You could keep a force curve on your PM5, PM4 if you got it, and click it over on meters, and then on your erg data, you could possibly have like your average 500 meter split, which you're trying to hit. So it's that's normally a good one to have a go at as well. So if I'm going to change that one there, I'm going to change it to drive length. That's what we want. Okay, I'm all warmed up. A bit cold now after being yarning to you guys, but we're good to go. So 5 times 3x3, easy, good intention. Remember, set it up 3 on, 3 off, and away we go. Good, ready, go. So good pressure, because it's only 3 minutes. It'll count away pretty quick. It's always a bit of a spike. The first one, getting your breath. And nice and solid. Looking for the max speed at 22. Checking the length. Yeah, a minute to go. Yeah, get the push. Solid numbers. Yeah, great. So these type of sessions, you're trying to sort of find your limit at that 22. You know, whatever number you can get it to, it's pretty fast, pretty hard. So it's sort of it's a real cross between being real powerful, having a bit of speed. So you find something that's
also maintainable for that period of time. You know, maybe if you had to stretch it out for 5 minutes, you might be able to hold that split for 5 minutes. But that's what the whole idea of these is. Because it's only that 3 minutes. You should be looking to sort of max out the numbers of what you can. You know, the general thing when you're doing work towards, you know, on-water rowing, even on the row machine, you know, you're coming down a few weeks, maybe a month or so out from doing races. You know, you do a whole series of 500 meters. You know, and it's 500 meters on. It could be 3 or 4 minutes off, whatever in between. And you're just trying to hit your max number. You know, you're trying to hit your PB number and make it feel efficient. And sometimes you build up the rates. You know, if 34 is your 2K pace, you might do the first couple at 30, 32, the middle ones at 34, and then, you know, you might do 5 or 6 of them, and the other ones are going to be like slightly above it. And that just starts to get the body to learn about yourself and what you can do for that period of time. So this is not too much dissimilar. It's just that this is early stage stuff, you know. If we're pushing pretty hard, which we should be, you know, this 24, you'll go a bit faster in your splits. Will be a lot more puffs at the end of it. And then, of course, we just sit, we'll reevaluate it, and prepare for the next piece after that. So it's always good. Now with 30 seconds left to go, start building a bit of pressure so we don't get to 10 seconds to go and we've just been paddling along and then we all of a sudden smash into it. There's always that bit of a build. So this one's at 24. Move things a bit quicker, but more power. Here we go. Yep. That's it. Hear the flywheel. Get to that rate. Good. Now sit in the rhythm. Hang. That's it. Minute down. Feel the front turn. Halfway. Body. Swing. Good. Push the limit. That's it. Use the legs. Drive the body. Hang off it. to the line. Oh, nice. Push those limits, guys, that's it. Short enough to really see what you can hang out, you know, at 24. Some good numbers there. Working pretty hard is what we want. So when we move to this next one, same again, you know, we'll probably go away more from the power that we were able to create. Probably not going to do a huge amount more watts. Probably, you know, not as much of a change up from that 22 to 24 in terms of how much extra we're going to give. But because we've got 2 more points of rate, that's going to give us that extra time, that extra speed. Breathe it out, take a drink if you want. All of these type of things, you know, they're going to be beneficial because ultimately, no matter what your aims are, you can't just do fitness the whole time. You know, unless you're looking for some ultra marathon things, you know, to be able to smash out 100,000 meters in one go, you know, or 24-hour challenges, that type of thing. You've got to be able to mix it up, because ultimately you've got to find out the changes, the positions you can get your body into, you know, the stress you can put it under. So all of these things, no matter how little, it's just about managing them, you know, and with a bit of experience, you start to learn them for yourself. You know, sometimes if we were doing some really intense stuff, we could do something really intense and then obviously look to have a little bit longer in the break. We start to firm it up again. And this one's at 26 rate. A little bit more intensity. Here we go. Yep. Get that right. Move with it. Yeah, get in the rhythm. Press. Push the legs. Push the body away. That's it. Hang. Speed. Halfway. That's it. See if you can hang it harder. Push it. 1 minute. Length. Good. Breathing. Relax the face. No tension. Ten seconds. Good. Yeah, really good team. So only 2 more of those to go. I've been finding it takes sort of 30, 40 seconds to really get that pressure back, the speed, to get the consistent rate, and then I push through that minute. I feel like I'm onto my split. I'm really holding it, so I'm going to focus this time, trying to get it there a bit quicker. I've been watching my splits come down. My average 500 for each of those has been quicker. I made a pretty big jump from the 22 to 24. That one was a little bit less than that jump, and obviously these ones afterwards are not going to be as big a jump as well. So let's see how big we can actually make it. So maybe even really test ourselves on this 28. 28's a really good solid rhythm. Don't worry about thinking too far ahead. Don't worry about the last one. It's going to come. And if we do these ones really well, we don't do the last one really well, it just means we've got to work harder, do a bit more training. So we're never saving ourselves for anything in particular. We're trying to do everything justice all the way through. So it's only 84 strokes. That's all we've got to worry about. Get into that rhythm. Hang into it. I'm trying to work pretty hard, so if it sounds a bit puffy and panty, come and work hard with me. Here we go. Right, starting to boom it up a bit. "28 strokes a minute." We'll go straight up to the 28. We'll look to lengthen out after about. Here we go. Now. Good. Rhythm. Pushing it on. Hang. Swing. Yeah, listen to the wheel. Hang. Breathe. Halfway. Tap it along. Push. Hang on to it. Thirty seconds. Breathe. Pull away. Yeah, solid. All right. Hope you all pushed yourself on that one. That's a good one. I'm quite lucky in 28 at the moment in my training. I need to do a lot more high rate stuff to get back at some pace, but that was really good. So what's going to happen in this one is I'm going to push onto it, and ultimately we're going to run out of energy, right? It's just what happens. So we get it up, we get the number, and then all we're doing is just finding those marginal gains, little bits of improvement, right? They're not going to really make us improve much in terms of speed. They're going to help us improve our longevity, how long we can hold it for. That sustainability, that's what it's going to give us. So, you know, the relaxation, the finish, the leg drive, the bodies, just all the little things that we talk about. Yeah, once again, I'll try to talk what I can, keep a good focus, keep working on things, keep watching the screen, keep watching your numbers. So here's an oxymoron for you. We want to do less, we want to get more from it. So we do less work in the overall stroke. What does that mean? It means less on the recovery. It means better around the front, better around the back. It's going to give us more speed. It's going to give us the ability to produce more power during the actual drive phase, which gives us more speed. Less is more. 30 seconds. 30 rate. Good speed. Nice and consistent. 3 minutes. Keep the average all the way. Here we go. Building in. Now, Here we go. Yep. Tap it along. Hang. Listen to it. Breathe. Swing. Push through. Carry. Good. Halfway. Tall. Yeah. Relax. 1 minute. Hang. Push it out. Yeah. Ready. Tall. To the line. Pink tickets. Push. Nice. Good. So keep rolling it out. Yeah, that was really good, team. Tough. Something to look at now. Look back on it once we're finished. Go back in your memory on the machine and have a look. So we'll do that together once we get to this 3 minutes. And we can see where we made the biggest improvements, where we can gain, how much we faded. You know, mine was a pretty small jump actually. It was only 2.5 in that last rate, but feeling fatigue. Went pretty hard on that 24. The 28. Deep breaths, sitting tall, long arms. Let the arms come down. The arms come back with the speed of the legs. The speed of the legs is just connected, like that. We're not coming through and just going, pushing. We want that feel like the speed of the legs in the seat. The seat is connected to the handle from about here to here, and it starts coming quicker. But that first part there, whatever speed this starts moving back, handles come with it, and then the body takes over through there. Naturally, it's going to come. You know, there's those three things: hands, seat. We feel the connection opening up the body through here. It's a little bit different than on the water, you know. Obviously the legs first because of the speed of the boat. But on here, the legs are a big driving force for the back to connect, come through. You know, obviously we don't want to be too like straight off it, but we want to use those big muscles through. Right. So if you go into the menu, press menu now. We've finished that one. We'll do a little bit more warm down in a minute. Let's jump onto memory. PM5. Go list by date, and you'll see it there, bracketed, 5x3x3, and just have a look at it. And you should see the step down between each one. So 3, 2, 1.5. Yeah. So you know, pretty good step down. Quite a big step down for me in the first to the second. 3 seconds in the third. 2 seconds in the fourth, and 1.6 in the fifth. So, you know, that's the sort of thing you want to look at and see. You know, we're obviously, this doesn't get linear equation, this one here. This starts getting exponential. You know, the gains become smaller and smaller for the amount of power that you've got to put in. It's a small physics lesson for you, even though, yes, I did pass physics in school actually. Good subject. Rowing, yeah. Shit encompasses a lot of it. So, yeah, so look at that. You know, it'll be on your memory. If you've put it in your logbook, it'll be back in your logbook. And it's something to think about because obviously, you know, we push pretty hard. And see, I wouldn't be able to do that 24 rate for too long. You know, if we had to do 10 minutes of that, that would be max, I guess. And so that's what we were trying to achieve in a little bit of this as well, is really pushing it, that you were like, crikey, you know, all right, I puff on, I got a bloody good sweat going on here. So it was all created by the work we could do. So yeah, keep moving down. I'll keep paddling once I've finished my chat. But you guys, yeah, keep moving down. Have a good warm down from something like that. Even if you want to jump on the Concept 2 bike, get on one of those. Spin it out for a bit, and yeah, active recovery, one of the best forms of recovery, getting ready for it. You know, in one of my previous things, we talked a little bit about nutrition. It's about eating afterwards. You know, obviously we all fuel the fire in different ways, but it's, you know, whatever you need afterwards. So if this is your morning session and you want to do something else at lunchtime or in the afternoon, if you don't recover well enough here, you're really going to struggle in your next one. So limiting that struggle and limiting that wasted sort of training, because the more effective training that you can do while it's on the row machine, it's at the gym, if you're out on the road having a run or a bike, whatever it might be, or crikey, even on the water rowing, all of those things, you want to make sure you do the maximum amount of time getting the maximum benefit. And it's not always going to be there. You know, there are times where it's going to be tough. I'm pretty sure we're probably all in the same situation. You know, Friday afternoons, tough day. You know, probably one of the hardest sessions of the week, where you know, you got one more in the morning and then you can chill out for the weekend, have a few beers, whatever it is. That session, you know, we want to make sure that we do things like this in that time, so you can tick. You're not just ticking the box, you're actually ticking the improvement box, that you've actually made a difference in your training. So good workout, team. Keep subscribing. Instagram, Kiwi Pet Eric, and yeah, we're gonna develop this even further. There's work at the moment on an app, so we can put a whole lot of stuff on there, and might become quite interactive as well. Show you and talk to you about your splits and your time, etc., etc. So yeah, let's keep doing it. Awesome, guys. All the best.